I guess all the time, is this a good time to buy a property? It seems so scary. Maybe it's a bad time. I would say the best time was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. And on my side of the argument is Marco Kozlowski, who says the best time to buy is now because of the high debt economy. Marco, how does that work?
Well, Bill, thanks for having me on, and looking forward to seeing you guys in October. Now is the best time because of the high debt economy. Let me explain. When there are when the debt's expensive, there are fewer buyers. In fact, I think I saw a statistic that there are 90% fewer transactions now than there were a year ago today, which means there are people that still need to sell no matter what's happening. People go through what I call the 5Ds. They have too much debt. They're going through a divorce. They're displaced. They have a disease, and their business is dying, or they have a death that's imminent. And with those 5Ds, which is economy proof, no matter what the economy is doing, or the debt being cheap or debt being expensive, people will always need to sell no matter what. And if there are fewer buyers and someone really is motivated to sell, well, what do you do then? Generally, you have to lower the price in order to get or attract more buyers. Now, if you had access to money that was asset-based, not credit-based, meaning that just like a pawn shop, if you could get money, not hard money, I'm talking very, very good rated money, without using your own money or your own credit or any money down whatsoever, because the asset is what gets qualified, not you. You can actually get money at 6 to 8% and buy people's assets quickly by leveraging other people's money that most people don't know they can even get access to. So you imagine having access to money when no one else does, cheaper money than what most people can get now, and really help and serve human beings at the highest level, which is my biggest value, is how can we help and serve human beings at a very high level and get wealthy doing it? So you can nose out any other buyer by being right in front of them, giving them access to money immediately at the right numbers. So because there are fewer buyers, there's more opportunity. Not only that, a lot of people have really cheap debt. There's a lot of cheap debt on the street right now. We're taking over debt. Most people don't even know that you can take over debt. Some people do, some people don't, but there are very specific processes that allow you to take over any debt, no matter what kind of debt it is, legally.
Right.
Without having to qualify for the loan. So imagine someone that really needs to sell, that needs a little bit of scratch to move on because they're going through a hard time, and stepping into cheaper debt than what you can get on the street right now is very exciting. So I'm going to share with you how to access new debt that's very inexpensive and nose out any other buyer as if you're a cash buyer without using your money or credit. And number two, how to leverage existing debt, help humans that need to sell their property quickly at the same time, and serve them as well. So this is all about cash flow as well. So we're talking small multifamilies. We get into hotels, motels, assisted living facilities, anything that cash flows that can have third-party management. So we're going to discuss a lot of neat things, but most importantly, having access to money is very important, specifically now, cheaper money than what even prime is, and how you can get access to a lot of it very quickly and really help and serve human beings at the very highest level to build your wealth. Because as inflation has things cost more, you're getting into the right assets that are also going up at the same rate as inflation is doing. You're basically
Right.
floating inflation, building your
Right.
wealth very, very quickly. So it's a lot of fun.
You're swimming with the stream rather than swimming upstream.
That's exactly right.
So one of the things I know you talk about is be the flame, not the moth.
Yes.
Now, the flame is inanimate, the moth is animate, but the moth ends up being burned by the flame. What does all that mean?
It means being chased by sellers instead of you chasing them. So if you do things correctly, those that have money are always chased, right? Everyone's looking to get access to money in some way. So by behaving a certain way with sellers will start chasing you because they know you have access to cash. And it's how you present yourself, what you say, how you say it, and most importantly, what you should never say at the very beginning of a conversation that will really nose out pretty much any other buyer that is a tire kicker or maybe even has money, but isn't approaching a human being the right way. So by really understanding the psychology of how to present yourself at the very beginning, you'll be impressed as to how many sellers will chase you at the very same time. And then you can cherry pick which opportunity serves the seller the most, you the most, And by making more money, you can give back more, you can be more generous, and of course, build wealth for you and your family by serving others.
Outstanding. Now, if you want to see more about Marco, first off, he has an amazing podcast, which is Big Fat Real Estate Checks. We love real estate checks. We love big fat real estate checks. So he has a podcast with really nice following on it. And so you can check that out here. We'll put the link in the notes down below. But the reason we're doing this call today is because he's coming out here to LA, October 21st, part of the LA Grand Expo. We're going to have a total of 12 national speakers. Marco is one of them. We'll say he's the best of them since he's the one on the call today. But we have there he is in the back row, 12
That's
speakers.
Like, I was like 28 or something in that picture. It's hilarious. I love it. Look, I'm so young. Look at this little guy. He's so cute.
But, for those of you looking to learn, there's a chance to see 12 great speakers on top of about 70 vendors all at one time for a free event at the Iman Center, Saturday, October 21st. We'll have the link down below in the show notes for that as well. So if you want to come and see Marco and or see, in addition, 11 other great speakers, other niches, other strategies or tactics in the business, is a great chance to do that. How often do you get to LA, Marco?
Very rarely. I used to speak a lot more than I do now. I'm fairly inactive as far as speaking goes, but I was given the opportunity. I know you have a great group, and why not? I think the last time I was in LA was when I went to Australia last year. That was, I'm not there very often, but.
So there's a chance, and then you're not the only one. Speakers are way less accessible than they were years ago. Here's your chance to see 12 at once and see Marco as one of those 12. Marco, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it and look forward to really serving the community and seeing how I can really serve you guys to make more and serve more at the same time.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.